in a video in a while. All right. Okay. So goals, right? Okay. So today's stream, what I kind of wanted to do was talk about, it's the new year. Everyone's making these resolutions. Um, I want to talk about goals, how to make a goal. There's some rules that people make goals all the time, right? At the beginning of the year, but then the year goes by and maybe they've accomplished one of their goals, if that, right? Most of the goals go into the wasteland and you end up not really completing anything. Um, so first thing I want to tell you guys is that you can do anything you want. You just can't do everything, right? And that makes sense too because you only have so much time. And if you dedicate all your time to everything, then you don't really get anything accomplished. So then, the next question that you should ask yourself is, what is it that you really want? What do you want? And, I know there's some trolls out there, some stream monsters that are saying, well, I don't know what I want. Um, well, some good questions that you could ask yourselves if you don't know what you want is, what do you want to be remembered for? What's important to you? What matters to you in life? What excites you? And what would you do every day for no money, right? So those are there's some powerful questions to ask yourself. Um, Now you can drift through life, you can drive yourself through life, or you can design your life, right? Drifters, if you drift through life, you kind of just let life happen. You get stuck, and you don't really play an active role in shaping your life. The driven life is the one where you succeed in one area, but you end up sacrificing another area. And the designed life is where you have intention, you have a master plan, right? Um, whoops. And if you don't have a plan for your life, then you'll end up defaulting to someone else's plan for your own life, and that's just not cool. um, so, um, another good quote I found on the internet, and I don't know the author, but it goes, "Motivation gets you started, but habit is what keeps you going." Right? And that really stuck with me because you get these spurts of motivation all the time where you get stuff going, or at least I do, right? I get so hyped to do this project. I get so excited, but then I don't form the habits that keep me going when the motivation depletes, right? And that happens to a lot of people, I think. Um, so the first thing I want to talk about though, before I talk about rules for goal setting, I want to talk about like why would you even want to make a goal? Well, it's a little time investment with a big payoff, right? You take like 5 minutes out of your day, maybe 10 minutes, think of a goal, and it gives you something to work towards. It gives you kind of like a purpose. You get joy and satisfaction from making those accomplishments too. um, Also, kind of like the whole purpose thing, it becomes kind of like your rudder in life. Um, it helps you steer your life. You can steer it wherever you want to. Um, and so yeah. Um, okay. So there's a few rules for goal setting, right? You don't want to just say like I want to I want to go to the gym more, or I want to um, I want to make it out of pools at Genesis. Like those are okay goals, but they're not great for certain reasons. And okay, so rule number one, um, rules for goal setting. Keep them in few numbers. No more than 7 or 10 goals a year until you accomplish them. And 7 to 10 sounds like a lot, but I guess to people who accomplish a lot of goals, it's not that much, right? So maybe you want to keep it more like 5 goals until you start accomplishing your goals, and then you can make more goals, right? Um, finding a push goal. Finding a push goal is really important. And a push goal is a goal that if you accomplish it, it makes everything in your life better. You know, it makes the other goals easier to achieve. Maybe not directly, but for sure indirectly through the confidence you get from accomplishing that push goal. You know, that could be either like losing weight or sleeping normal hours or, you know, being on a better diet. Um, maybe like maybe winning your first tournament or, you know, not going 0 and 2, winning your first tournament match or something, you know. Um, now the next rule is very important. You want to make your goal smarter, and smarter is you know, fuck, what's the word? It's an acronym. Yes, it's an acronym um, for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound, exciting and or compelling, and relevant to your season in life. So okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. Let's go over it, each one, right? So specific. It's your goal has to be specific. You can't just say, you know, I want to go to the gym more, right? You want to say like, I want to lose 40 pounds. Boom. Or I want to gain 40 pounds. Um, measurable, right? You have to be able to measure your, it has to be a measurable goal. If it's just, I want to go to the gym more, how do you measure that, right? Um, it's just not, it's not as solid as it could be, right? Um, or say like, you know, I want to make it out of Genesis 3 pools. Well, like, well, okay, that goes into another category, but achievable, right? It has to be you have to be able to achieve it. Um, so like for like the example of the 40 pounds one, right? Like it's measurable, it's specific, it's totally achievable, and achievable ties into the realistic. You know, it has you don't want to say something like, you know, I want to be my goal is to be like a billionaire by the end of the year, right? And if you're not already like a millionaire or investing or you know on the path to being a billionaire, it's probably not a very realistic goal. um, and time bound. So this one is a really important goal or a really important point in this smarter acronym because you want to say you when you make your goals, you want to make your goals time bound. So you know if you back to the 40-pound goal, right? I want to gain or lose 40 pounds. You want to say I want to gain or lose 40 pounds by March, right? Or by April. You want to set a certain due date to meet your goal because it kind of puts that pressure on you to keep the goal, to keep um, making yourself want to achieve the goal, right? Um, so time bound. Time bound is really really important. So say like Smash, right? Like you want to be say you want to be like the top 3 in your region, right? Um, you should put like a date on it, right? Like you want to be top 3 by summer, by June, right? Um, to continue with this smarter acronym, it has to be this goal needs to be exciting and or compelling. You don't want you don't want to make a goal that you're just gonna like not really be into by the end of the you know by in 4 weeks or by in 3 weeks. Um, and this goal should be relevant to your season in life, right? So people in different ages will have different goals depending on where they are in life. It's just what it is, right? So you don't I don't know what's a goal that's not really relevant to my season of life. I guess like owning a home, right? Like that's not gonna be one of my goals this year because it's just not relevant to my season of life. Um, Okay, so that was rule number three. Make your goals smarter, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound, exciting and/or compelling, and relevant to your season of life. Rule number four. Rule number four. Um, write your goals down. So I read this study that when you write your goals down, it increases your chance of accomplishing your goals by 42%. Like, pff, that's incredible. I know what I'm gonna do. I have my goals printed out, and I'm gonna put them right on my ceiling so that when I wake up every morning, I can just like look up and my goals are right there to remind me of what I need to accomplish and what I should be doing today to further push myself. um, Number five ties into the writing your goals frequently. Or writing your goals. Number five, review your goals frequently. So the number one reason people do not achieve their goals is because they just don't look at them a lot. So when you write them down, put them all over the wall, or put them on your as your phone screensaver, or the background of your computer or whatever. The more you look at your goals, the more likely you are to accomplish them. And number six, share your goals selectively. Share them with people that you know will support you through accomplishing your goals. Because if you just share them with everyone and anyone, there's going to be those haters that put you down for trying to accomplish something that um, maybe they think that you can't do, you know? And you don't need to hear that. You just don't need that in your life. So share your goals selectively. Share them with your friends and family or people that you know will for sure support you. um, yeah. So this isn't so those are the six rules, right? And for all the subs, I'll uh I'll I'll link you guys this outline to better so that you guys can like look at this and kind of be reminded. But another point that I want to make is you have to feel the goals. You know, the manis the manifestation of the goal is going to come from feeling them, not the making of them. So when you instead of just like writing them down, um, you really need to be invested in your goals, and that's the only way that you're going to really accomplish your goals. So, um, so okay, so here's I'm gonna share one of my goals with you for 2016. It's one of the stream goals I have, and I have a lot of goals, and a lot of my goals are kind of split between like, I have stream goals and then I have like personal goals that I'm trying to accomplish. And one of my stream goals that I'm trying to accomplish is, once a month I'm going to have some successful person on the stream and I'm just going to interview them. I'm going to interview them how they came to be where they are. Whether that be a top 20 player, maybe it's a top 20 Smash player, or maybe it's some other fighting game player, or maybe it's, I kind of want it to be a CLG manager too. Maybe Matt or Malixia or someone like that. That would be really exciting. Um, so yeah, that's kind of one of my goals. So that's kind of what I'm pushing for, and it's specific. It's time bound. It's measurable. Once a month. It's achievable, realistic. It's exciting. I'm excited about it. I think you guys will like it a lot too. And it's relevant. So that's kind of yeah. And then I have a lot of personal goals too, but I'm not gonna share them with you guys. Sorry. Um, but yeah. So goals. So tell me, what do you guys think are some of your what are some of your goals? Now that I've told you the rules to goal making, uh, how are you guys gonna achieve your goals? Or rather,